Well, I was in Leith this morning with pupils from Leith Academy who are participating in a project to commemorate all the soldiers from Leith who lost their lives in the Quintinshill rail disaster 100 years ago. And this rail disaster, the biggest rail disaster in Britain, has had a huge impact on the Leith community. 216 soldiers lost their life in the disaster, and a further 220 soldiers were injured. So it has left a mark on the community, and some of the school pupils are spraying poppies on the pavement to mark out the funeral route of these soldiers.
The initial plan was to get funding that would allow us to build or place something in the community that would allow future generations to remember the sacrifice at Gretna in 1915. We wanted to look at the background of these men. Who were they? Where did they live? What age were they? We refined our research and we looked at the addresses. It was absolutely staggering. I mean, 216 men, 149 of them lived in what we call the Leith Walk ward, 15 from Albert Street, 6 from Easter Road, 5 from Dalmeny Street. And actually, if you walk out the door here now, in the drill hall, there are 4 streets that are in view now. 37 men for these 4 streets actually suffered. And as you walk out that gate, you're actually walking the same pavement as these men did, because this was their drill hall. They've walked through that door just like we have this morning. You know, and the poignancy of the whole project, I think, brings it home to the community that they are walking the same streets as these men have done. I mean, the tenements haven't changed in 100 years.
It's really important that school pupils are involved in the commemorations in and around the First World War, and particularly for the pupils at Leith Academy. This rail disaster had a huge impact on the Leith community, and it is important that pupils are part of the commemoration and the legacy that flows forth from the work.
I think it's important that we remember this event, first of all because it has almost been neglected within the overall compass of the huge losses in the First War. Secondly, it was very, very local to Leith, Portobello and Musselburgh. And thirdly, because the fact these men laid down their lives, not necessarily on the battlefield, but still within the war, to allow us to live the life we live today of freedom.